Night had settled over the village, casting a blanket of darkness over everything. The city lights were far off, and there was not a single light visible in the village. The darkness had brought with it a deep silence, making everything seem lost in time. One evening, one of the village elders noticed a light streaming from an old mansion that had been abandoned for many years. The mansion, which had long been deserted, had rusty doors and windows sealed with dirt. Yet, tonight, a faint light was visible coming from within. Caesar, one of the young villagers, took on the task of exploring the mansion. One evening, he grabbed a flashlight and made his way to the decrepit mansion, located on a lonely hill outside the village. As Caesar arrived at the old door, he took a deep breath. He turned the iron handle, and the door creaked open with a high-pitched sound. Stepping inside, Caesar was immediately enveloped by the darkness, which was so thick it seemed to swallow everything. Inside, the air was heavy and musty. Dusty furniture, worn-out covers, and a dilapidated fireplace occupied the dark corners of the room. The silence inside the mansion was suffocating, creating an almost palpable atmosphere. Caesar began to explore the rooms. With every step, the floorboards creaked, and the wind's moan accompanied him. In one corner, an old painting on the wall caught his attention. The painting depicted a woman whose figure seemed to shift and move, her eyes seemingly following Caesar. On closer inspection, Caesar noticed a caption beneath the painting, hidden in the darkness. As he read the caption, a faint whisper came from behind him. Turning around, Caesar saw that the door to the room was closed. There was a faint light seeping from under the door, and this light began to expand slowly. The air inside suddenly turned cold, making Caesar's breath visible. A chill wind blew, and the whispers grew louder. Caesar found an old diary in a dusty cabinet. The diary belonged to a villager who had disappeared many years ago. As he flipped through the pages, the writing became increasingly chaotic and unsettling. The pages were filled with strange drawings and disturbing notes. On the last page, in large letters, was written, "Darkness hides everything." Caesar's heart raced. As he felt something ominous inside, the lights in the room went out abruptly. The darkness engulfed everything, and visibility was reduced to nothing. Caesar, panicking, began to stumble backward, searching desperately for an exit. Each step felt like he was navigating a labyrinth, with shadows and sounds constantly shifting around him. He took deep breaths, trying to find a way out. As he wandered through the darkness, the sound of faint rustling behind him increased his fear. The rustling seemed to get closer, and Caesar tried to locate the source of the noise, but every corner revealed more unsettling shadows and movements. The old furniture and items in the mansion seemed to be shifting and moving in the gloom. Caesar felt trapped in a never-ending maze. Eventually, Caesar came across an old bookshelf in one of the rooms. Among the dusty books and newspaper clippings, a particular book caught his eye. It was titled "Hidden in the Darkness." Opening the book, Caesar discovered unknown details about the village's history. The book revealed horrifying accounts of dark magic and forbidden rituals. It hinted at the village's cursed nature. As Caesar read the book, he heard a sound behind him once again. It was as if a door had opened or closed. Turning slowly, he saw a figure emerging from the shadows. The figure was completely dark, blending into the shadows, with only its eyes glowing eerily. The figure moved toward him, and Caesar felt a surge of terror. The mansion seemed to twist and turn like a labyrinth, continuously leading Caesar into different corners. The figure's approach was accompanied by a rising cacophony of sounds, whispers, howling whines, and deep wrestling. Caesar tried every possible route to escape, but every corner led to new horrors. Eventually, Caesar managed to open an old door, which led to a bright space outside the village. The door opened, and the village's eerie stillness greeted him. Looking back, Caesar saw the mansion looming behind him, its shadow stretching toward the sky. The mansion seemed to hold secrets, hidden within its darkness, and Caesar knew he would never forget this night. The next morning, the villagers discussed Caesar's experiences. As he recounted what happened, the villagers decided never to approach the old mansion again. Over time, the mansion fell into disrepair and was reclaimed by nature. Yet, the fear of the dark secrets hidden within the mansion remained in the hearts of the villagers. The darkness had cast a shroud over the village, and the secrets buried in that darkness might remain forever unknown. As the days passed, the villagers stopped talking about the old mansion. But as night fell, some would still think they saw movement in the darkness. They noticed a faint light seeping from the mansion's shadows. The darkness had draped itself over the village like a cover, and the old mansion's secrets remained hidden in the depths of night. The darkness had managed to hide everything and keep some things forever concealed.